Why, hello friends. Welcome to MiniVan Monday. It's just going to be a chatty, might be long, might be short, I don't really know. I'm actually going to be working from the minivan while we chat, because I also am planning to film a Dollar Tree haul, and I'm going to get the stuff organized. I got a giant stick for that haul that doesn't want to cooperate. Anyway, how is everybody? How are you? I'm down by the lake, but it's in the afternoon, so I'm pretty sure the lighting, I mean, that's the lake, but it looks just white. Oh, there it kind of went blue because the poor camera doesn't know what to focus on. What do I want? Do I want the lake to be beautiful? Because y'all know I'm not beautiful. My hair is so big on top of my head, I don't fit in the frame. Anyway, what's going on? So, yeah, I have a Dollar Tree haul. It's been in my car for a bit here, so that's why. Hence the need to organize it before I film it. So, if you guys care about Dollar Tree hauls, that video will be up later. I don't know for sure when. Oh, so Eddie and I went on vacation, and I did vlog that. I just need to edit that, so I will tell you a little bit about our trip. We went to Colorado to visit family. I have an aunt that lives there and a cousin, and so we drove out there, and oh, there we go. We decided it would be fun to just take all back roads. You know, Eddie's a truck driver. He's on the road all the time. And dealing with traffic. Sometimes not such wonderful people in that traffic. And it was like, you know, maybe we should, you know, just take back roads. We were in no rush. It's all good. So, that's what we did. Downside of that, okay, I swear, everything's just about put aside, so we can just focus. Don't mind me, I might be eating some, I haven't eaten yet, so I got some chicken tenders and I got a drink. But again, this is a just listen to Kathy chat. So we went on a trip. If we are friends, I guess just on Facebook, which I'm friends with some people, but not a lot. I really don't like using Facebook, especially you guys know that if you follow the Spicey Cat Jams Facebook page. I hardly ever post out there. I really want to pull the plug on it, but that's a whole different discussion, which I don't want to get into. Anyway, I posted out there and on Snapchat. Now, Snapchat, anyone could follow me. We had a little car accident. There was a deer that chose to end its life, and it picked our vehicle as the murder weapon. So, I tell all about that in the vlog, which, again, it could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. There could be snow on the ground. You guys know. I'm not professional. I'm out here with friends. So, yeah. Started the trip. I was, like, catching up. I responded to YouTube comments. I was like, oh, I'm going to use all this time on the road and be up to date. And, yeah, then we got in an accident. We were fine. Miraculously, the car is not fine. We just got it into the body shop today, and basically, yeah, the amount of damage is like 105% more than what the car is worth, so it will be totaled, I am sure, but it was still drivable. So thank you, Kamikaze Deer, for not hitting us head on, which could have caused some serious damage. Instead, it kind of hit on the side, driver's side front panel, I guess. And then it seriously, it bounced all the way back. So we got on Birdie, the Buick. So like the front quarter plus the hood and the bumper messed up. Driver's door, second row door, it hit the side mirror, which they have, features now, so they fold in and out. So it folded it, but it hit it so hard it pushed it into the window and cracked that up. Anyway, miracle of miracles, the car drove fine. So we got hit, and we were literally less than a mile from the Nebraska-Colorado state line. And because of that, it must have been a dead zone for cell phone towers, because I'm sure, taxes, whatever, you're switching towers. We had no cell service. We're on this 2-lane in the middle of nowhere, Nebraska, road at night. It was like 7:30, I think, when the accident happened. Couldn't call anybody. We are able to, thanks to modern technology and emergency services, we were able to call 911, which was our only option. So it's like we called and we're like, okay, not a medical crisis, but you're the only one we can call. So we had to wait, because we were on a state highway, we had to wait for a state trooper. Now, those of you familiar with law enforcement, you have your state troopers, you have your county deputies, and then you have your local police. Well, a state trooper is assigned certain areas of the state, but he might not be right where you need him. So we had to wait an hour on the side of the road. Car was running, we were fine. It was getting cold out, but heat worked, everything worked fine. So we just parked and waited for him. He finally got there. You could tell the damage was pretty bad. So the best part of this whole, there actually were many better parts than bad parts in this situation. I am so uplifted and warm fuzzies with the number of people who stopped to see if we were okay. Because I will admit, if I am traveling by myself and I see a car parked on the side of the road and I don't know what the issue is, I don't stop. I won't even stop to roll down, see if they need me to make a call, because I'm everybody's got cell phones, unless I can see nobody's in distress. If I'm by myself, no. Eddie, if we're together, we will stop, he will stop. So I don't know if it's, I don't want to say that it's because I'm a girl, but I just don't feel safe. I don't know. Hence, too many things posted on Facebook about bad people. But, I was impressed. Now, the people that were right behind us, they saw it and they pulled over right away. And he was like, that guy, he had a big truck and he kept wanting to pass us, but we were on this 2-lane road. It was a little bit hilly and curvy, so there was no passing zones. We didn't care if he would have passed, but Eddie was kind of waiting for him to pass. He could have hit the deer. He had a big old truck. Whatever, things happen the way it's supposed to happen. So they stopped right away. And then, so after a half hour, we're sitting there, and I'm we had stopped just before there was a town in Nebraska. We stopped to fuel up, and Eddie had gone in and used the restroom, and I don't remember, I was doing something, and then when he came out, I'm oh, did you use the restroom? And he's yeah. And I'm I didn't really have to go, but I'm well, maybe I should run in quick. And he's we'll just stop down the road in the middle of nowhere. So I'm I quit drinking. I'm okay, we'll need a bathroom. I didn't have to go pee in the ditch. This girl would have. I have no problem with that. But it's just funny. I'm oh, Kathy. So yeah, we hung out in the car. Couldn't use our phones or do anything, so we had to just entertain, talk to each other. What a novel concept, husband and wife talking to each other. So it all worked out. We went back to the town we had been in. It was 7 miles away. They had they didn't have they had a hotel that was horrendously overpriced. But we had no options, because like I said, it was the middle of the night and we were not near the freeway, so we didn't know what the car was going to be like. So we thought, nope, let's just get a room and we'll evaluate in daylight, make sure there's not any puddles under the car when we got up in the morning, and there weren't. Hey, does that help or no? It's like, does the window? No, I thought for a minute like the window like would show the lake more, but it's all on what the camera wants to focus, which, okay, I'm distracted. So in the morning, yeah, it looked horrendous. Again, I'm not inserting anything here. You guys can just watch the vlog if you're interested. But no puddles. Everything worked. Heating, air conditioning worked because we needed both. Steering was all fine. There was some dents, but again, ever prepared Boy Scout trucker husband like jumps in the back, grabs his little tool bag, and had zip ties and bungee cords and a mini pry bar. So he like tied her all up. He had to pry a little bit on the door because it kept sticking and making a horrendous sound. But there you go. And then he's like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, seriously, we were like 2.5 hours away from our destination. And it's like, okay, what, we already had a time off from work. I said, what are we going to accomplish by getting home? Going right back home now. We're this close. I know you don't like that the car looks bad, but really, let's just go try and make the most of this. So we did, and I'm so glad we did, and we had a fabulous time. So there you go. It was too short. It was actually warm there. I'm not familiar enough with Colorado weather, but so it would get close to 80 during the day, but then at night it would be like 40. So that's why we needed both air conditioning and heat. But it was a really nice vacation. We did come home a little bit early, which gave me a couple extra days off. So then this is what happens. Now, so I was on vacation. So I was not working for 2 days. I think I only had 2 days off. And this is my company. So another person that works on our shift had been out of state. Actually, I think he was out of country for a funeral for a couple weeks and came back, drove back with family members and called our HR department to say, the person I was traveling with has tested positive for COVID. Should I quarantine or, and this person is also living at my house. So, yeah. And our HR department said, no, just come in. Do you have any symptoms? Come in. What is wrong with people? Well, guess what? That person worked for one shift and went and got tested and now is actually ill and has COVID. So, again, explain to me, anyone that might understand this. So I was on vacation. I was not exposed. Perfectly fine. So I work in an office environment. There's usually 3 of us in the office, and then it's a warehouse. So then there's people on the forklifts in the warehouse, a team of 15 people. And then this one person pretty much was around all of them, and the floor people more. But my company told the 3 office people they have to self-quarantine, and not the other people. So it was my work weekend that I just got off. So my normal crew in the office is all on quarantine. They can't come to work. But Kathy can because she was on vacation. So, the one thing I will give whoever it be, I'm not giving too much credit to anybody, probably the guy that actually volunteered to come work, I doubt anybody asked him or made a plan, is they did get someone. Because you may remember earlier this year, they just left me to cover all 3 desks by myself. So I was happy to have someone to work with. But again, I'm just like, what is wrong with this company? And even better, they didn't do anything to clean. So this now COVID positive person is in a separate office by themselves all night, touching, using computers, blah, blah, blah. They don't even tell the other people that use that office or have anybody come in and clean and sanitize it. Oh my gosh. It'd be funny if it weren't so true. Again, what do you do? So I have no idea. So I worked this weekend, so then now I work Wednesday, Thursday night. It's all right. We call it my short week because then I'm off again until Monday. So I'm assuming my normal team will still not be able to come. And I don't know if they are being forced. Well, you can't force someone to get tested. I'm sorry. Still, we all have rights as people. Or if they're just quarantining. But anyway, that's my welcome back to work story. Anything else? Kitties are all fine. They had Auntie Kim check in and babysit them, or I should say torture them. I had to I printed up a sheet with with all of their pictures and their names and their little personality, yes, I like to be petted, no, don't touch me. And they totally made me look like a fool, because the ones I said that would be skittish and shy were all over her. And then the big giant diesel panther cat, he was scared completely. She sent me some Marco Polos of him, and he's backing away, wanted nothing to do with her. It was pretty funny. I should eat some chicken before it's cold. You guys don't mind, do you? I'm trying to remember, there's not a lot for me to fill you in on. Mostly it was the trip, and like I said, that'll all be vlogged. And hopefully Kim and I are going to get together this weekend. I can't remember. She hasn't gotten back to me if she's available. So it's my weekend off. So I'm it'd be nice, we should take a Saturday or Sunday and hook up and do some filming. Y'all know we have food to try. Although I do, now that I think of it, I think I do have one more video to post after our little Hawaiian escape. That one was so much fun, just because Kim is always so much fun. So I could get that one edited as well. Maybe I'll do that on my days off here. It's garbage night, so I have to, as soon as I get home, I have to go downstairs and scoop the cat litters and haul that out. And it's recycling night too, so you gotta go through the normal, okay, clean the fridge out, get out the rotten stuff and all of that. So that'll be good. And then I just do I edit, but I'm still kind of tired, and I'm really into coloring. So thank you to you, those of you who have hopped over to Spicy Cat Colors and subscribed. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to get a better setup, which some things I bought in my Dollar Tree haul, yada yada. So I can do some better filming, not me looking at the camera, because some things are hard to lift up and show all the time. So actually the camera pointing down, but my current tripod is not the best. It's, it's your standard, it's got the 3 metal legs, and I can angle the phone down to film because I just use my phone, but then the legs are in it. And then if you're trying to do anything with your hands, you're hitting the legs. And anyway, I went to Walmart, and of course I'm cheap. I bought the $5 one. They had the phone tripod clamp, I don't know what you call it, the clamps onto your edge of whatever, your table, and then it just has a flexible arm that goes over. Well, evidently it must be used for little mini fairy phones, because my phone is too heavy. I put it on there and it's I'm well, that's not really good. It's not gonna work, but we'll try that. I'm gonna try and film maybe some stuff tonight. So that's been fun. So I might just sit and color. If I don't film tonight or edit, I might just sit and color. Eddie's back out on the road again for tonight. He was back and forth. But yeah, I might just unwind and color, because that's fun. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm going to actually try and keep this shorter than longer. There might be other things, but I just want to get this posted so y'all know I'm fine. And you can watch for upcoming vlogs and upcoming Dollar Tree haul. I got a beauty box to unbox all sitting next to me, so those will be sprinkled out over the next week or so. Yeah. Anyway, I hope all of you are doing fine. Eddie and I feeling fine. We did our travels, we had our hand sanitizer, we wore our masks, although it was very interesting. Different states have very different guidelines. Some it's there never was COVID. I think they're just ignoring it and pretending it doesn't exist, which is not the truth. But anyway, so we feel fine. We made sure we took care for our safety. And like I said, I was fortunate not to be exposed at work. But okay, now the sun's coming out in a weird way to show you my 50-year-old. When does this happen? It must be 50 when your neck starts to go. Because I've noticed it in pictures and like stuff. I'm like, well, I've always been fat and had like extra chins, but now it's like a waddle. It's different than just the chin. It's like starting to hang down here. Can I do some exercises? I don't know. Okay. Thanks again. Thank you. Thank you. Quick little, for those of you that have hung on to the end, which are seasoned friends, I'm not going to share too much personal details, but I do have a very good friend, YouTube friend from out here, which, whatever, it's a friend. I just would ask you to keep her in your prayers. Her name is Cassie. She has some potential serious health scary stuff going on. And, yeah. Just needs positive vibes and prayers. We all know when we go through that kind of thing to not focus on it mentally. It can spiral you into a dark place, and then just the waiting for diagnoses and plans, and let alone, you know, it's just scary. So if you have a moment and are a praying person, please send up some prayers or at least some positive vibes for Cassie. So, okay guys, I love you all. You all matter so much to me, each and every one of you. And on this trip, I actually was doing a lot of like praying and positive thoughts for all of you. So those of you that we know one-on-one, could do specific prayers for. And in general, I just always am praying for the best for each and every one of you, because you are such a positive impact in my life, and I pray I'm the same in yours. And I just want you to know that you make a difference in this world. So thank you, friends. I will be back with more videos. Bye.